Hey guys, my name is David Demuzio, and today I am going to name the top 5 greatest Filipino rock bands of all time. How I qualified rock bands, I had to imagine that you could mosh at the concert of one of these bands at some point. There had to be some point, some song that they'd play where there could be a little mosh pit going on and a little bit of a feeling of rebellion. And so if a band didn't have a feeling of rebellion, or I couldn't see someone doing a mosh pit at their concert, then I'm not including them. So a couple of the bands that I didn't include would be like Side A. I just don't see people moshing at a Side A concert. Or Ben and Ben, didn't include them as well. Great bands, but I don't really feel like they are rock bands. The bands that I've named have definitely some serious rock songs that you could see somebody moshing to. Starting off, the first band, which I think is going to be the most controversial band on this list, and why are they on the list? But I'll explain, and that is Four of Spades. Why is Four of Spades on this list if they only had one album and they only had really a couple of hits? Well, because when I've noticed the history of Filipino music, Four of Spades really stands out. And there hadn't been a popular band in many years to really break on the scene and completely change the music scene in the Philippines the way that Four of Spades did. I feel like Four of Spades invigorated the entire OPM music scene when they came on the scene in a way that hadn't been done for many years. So a few of my favorite songs from Four of Spades are Ilaw sa Daan, Hey Barbara, and of course, my favorite, everyone's favorite, I think, Mundo. The solo artists, Unique and Zild, man, they're making great music. Number 4 is kind of strange for me because actually, I'm not like a huge fan of either of these bands, just being honest. Of all the bands on this list, this is the only one that I don't really like go to their concerts to sing along with their songs. But I feel like they have to be on the list. And so that's why I've actually included 2 as number 4. One is Wolfgang. So Wolfgang is number 4, but I'm going to actually also include Razorback because now they share a guitarist, Manuel Legarda, formerly the guitarist of Wolfgang, and now he's the guitarist of Razorback. And also, one of the original guitarists of Razorback apparently gave Wolfgang the name of their band. So they're very locked in a certain way. And I feel like they've got some similar sounds to them. Generally, this is not really the music that I listen to because I generally listen to kind of feel good music, music that just like puts me in a good mood. And most of their music is more like kind of heavy and a little depressing sounding, very angsty. They're my least favorite bands on this list, but they're awesome bands. Still, I've actually performed live with Wolfgang and I really enjoyed their show. They're fantastic and really nice guys. I still think that they deserve to be on the list. So that's number 4. Number 3 is Parochia ni Edgar. They've just been around forever and consistently so popular, and the amount of genres that they dip in and out of is quite incredible. So they have some definite serious rock songs. They've collaborated with rappers like Glock 9. And then actually my favorite songs for them are the more acoustic kind of songs, which aren't so much their rock songs. Songs like Pangarap Lang Kita, Gitara, and Your Song. Love those songs. Number 2. You probably figured it was going to be one of these. That is Eraserheads is number 2. Has to be Eraserheads. I think my personal all-time favorite is Ligaya. I love that song, Ligaya. I thought about naming my daughter Ligaya just because of how much I love that song. If I have a third daughter, maybe I will name her Ligaya. I also love, of course, Alapaap is fantastic. Ang Huling El Bimbo is awesome. Man, they've got so many great songs. There's the ones that are coming off the top of my head. Of course, I did a cover of With a Smile. It's the most popular cover, I think, ever recorded of With a Smile. So, yeah, I'm kind of happy about that. So check that out. It's actually with the singer Yasi Pressman and we did a cover of that song together. And then number 1. Yes, they are number 1. There's nobody even close to them. I'm sorry, Eraserheads, but they're just the greatest rock band in the Philippines of all time. And that is River Maya. Nobody has had as many epic classic anthems as River Maya. It's just I'm sorry, but nobody comes close. And they're by far my favorite Filipino band of all time. I was lucky I actually got to play with River Maya live for a couple of songs, and also Rico Blanco. I performed with him once live, and man, what a really cool feeling. They're just an incredible band. I love Rico Blanco's songwriting, obviously Bamboo as well. Incredible vocalist. I really, if it was up to me, I would have put Bamboo as on the list of, the band Bamboo in my top 5, because really Bamboo is like one of my all-time favorite bands. But I felt like it was a little unfair because River Maya is number 1, and to also include Bamboo, as its own band in the top 5, maybe it was a little bit too biased on that side. A couple of my favorite songs from River Maya, gosh, where do we start? Ulan, Elasi, Himala, Liwanag sa Dilim, Awit ng Kabataan. The list goes on and on. It's crazy. So let me know in the comments if you think that I left a band out and I'm just totally wrong about this, or if you agree with me or agree with a couple of my choices. Definitely let me know. I always love checking out new original Filipino music,